Hello, I'm Rin. Welcome to my channel. Today's video will be a craft kit review. So, I've got this rainbow scratch paper kit that I got from Amazon. It was $13, and we're going to take a look inside and see what's included and see how well it works, because I'm pretty curious. I've seen a few videos of kits like this, and I just kind of wanted to try out something a little bit different. And also, I feel like this is sort of an easy entry-level kit that anybody could do. It's rated for 5 and up, so there you go. I suppose probably not for the younger set, because there might be things that they can put in their mouth or something like that. We shall see what's inside. So let me just open this up. Well, see now, see, this is where it comes in handy to have scissors. All right, cut that tape. And I was really drawn to it because it has a lot of different holiday stuff in it. I was wanting to do a more Halloween themed kit, but there weren't a ton of them that I really liked. And this does have some Halloween stuff in here, as well as for some of the other holidays. So it's kind of multi-purpose. Okay, let's see. Oh, wow, that's a lot. So we've got this really big pack, and this looks like it's all the rainbow scratch paper. And it's packaged up all together here. Oh, I got a bunch of other stuff in here too. Oh, cool. So they give you these stencils. So that makes it a little bit easier, I guess, for you to draw on the rainbow paper if you don't have, you know, a lot of talent doing drawing like that and you just make little stick figures. I can do some drawing, but I'm not really great at just freehanding stuff. I'm better at, you know, looking at something and kind of copying it. Yes, I'm useful. I'm a copier. Oh, look, here we go. A whole sheet of little Halloween things. Good. Cobwebs and witches. Oh, perfect. That's so great. So yeah, they've got, let's see. Oh yeah. So here's some birthday stuff, kind of cupcakes and I guess bridal, you know, baby shower with a stork. We've got one with Christmas theme, Santa, snowman, and then we have one with lots of different animals on it, like koala bear and alligator, who's awfully cute. It's interesting because it's got different numbers on them, so I'm guessing that maybe if this company has other kits, that maybe you could get other types of sheets of stencils. Okay, we got more stuff in here. Ribbon, wow. Whole bunch of ribbon. I think some of these are bookmarks or ornaments, things like that, so they include this ribbon so that you can hang them up. So that's nice. What else do we have in here? Ah, we have a paintbrush. So I've seen this, when you do the scratching off, you can use this to brush off the, I don't know what that is on there. Whatever that stuff is. So they've got a little thank you and apparently a little QR code that you can scan for a 1-year warranty. I mean, okay. I wouldn't really think of a warranty on scratch paper, but sure. Oh, this is cool. So they've got, you can punch these out and to like display your little designs. And it has, looks like it has a little piece of stickum there. So you could actually like stick it to that and it wouldn't fall off. And then there's a whole bunch of these little wooden styluses. So basically what I'm getting is this would be really good for a birthday party or some other event like that, because you could pass out papers to everyone. I mean, presumably probably children, probably not adult people. But then this way, a bunch of different people can do this at the same time. So that's really cool and not really necessary for me, but it's nice. So a lot of utility here. So now I'm gonna change my angle down so you can look at the table while I try some of these out and see how well it works. So let's move on down. Okay, so I've pulled everything out. Unfortunately, you can see on some of these ones that were a little wider, they did get bent because they were a little bit wider than the square paper. So I think, I mean, because it's paper, once it gets bent, it often doesn't go back to shape. So, and you can kind of try to bend it back, but unfortunately some of these did get bent, just a couple of them. So it's not too bad, but it is kind of unfortunate. But maybe your rabbit just has a jaunty ear. Okay, so you can see a lot of the different ones. We've got butterfly. We've got all this fun Easter stuff, which I'm gonna try to put on here because I realize I have a black desk. I probably should have thought about that and put something else down. Okay, so, okay, that just comes out. So it looks like there was a little extra paper that didn't get punched out, but that just comes right off and is not a big deal. Now you can kind of see along the edges some of the rainbow, but, oh, and you also want to be careful when you're getting them out. I actually did like scratch a little bit off with my fingernail when I was pulling stuff out of the packaging. Okay, so here's some Christmas. We've got little Cupid, and there's some more little pieces that didn't get punched out. You can also see, you might not be able to see, so I'll punch this out here. There's little holes on these. A lot of these have little holes so you could, you know, hang them up as decoration. So that's really cute. Oh, look, it's a pumpkin. Got stocking, trophy, got a little person in a skirt, another big old egg. We've got a lot of Easter stuff in here. Oh, I think this one's an owl. That's cute. Like it. Bear. That's what that is. I'm like, what the, what? Bear. Okay, we got an airplane. Christmas tree. A car. Oh man, look at that spider. A seal, a little ball on his nose. Got a star, a snowman, carrot, bat, reindeer, spaceship, cool. And then we have a couple of bookmarks. So we got these two, little scalloped edge up here. And then we have two that look like dresses, which is kind of a neat design. And then see, they also have the punch outs up here where you can add the ribbon for a little tassel on it. So those are kind of cool. You could just sort of like design. I'm trying to see, it doesn't really look like this is coming off of my hands, so that's good, especially if you have kids that are doing this. You don't want them to make a ridiculous, horrible mess. So this video is probably going to be kind of upside down. I haven't quite figured out my filming situation for this, but I'm gonna try to turn things around and show them to you, but I've kind of got to work this way because I'm not gonna be able to work upside down. I'm sorry, it's not happening. So we have our stylus, and you can see it has a really kind of pointed tip, and then a more blunt tip down here that is shaved down a little bit. So I guess it's for like scratching out bigger areas, and this is for more detailed work. So it's nice that they give you the both ends, so it has a little more versatility. Okay, so let's see. So there are little faces, but man, that's gonna look kind of tiny on here. I don't think, maybe it would be fun to just put some little Halloween motifs on here. I mean, I could freehand the jack-o'-lantern kind of face, but I have a feeling I'm gonna get it kind of wonky, and I really want to try out these stencils and see how they work. So let's start with, I'm gonna do the Boo stencil, and I'm gonna use the pointed end. Okay, so this stuff scratches off pretty easily, and this is nice and pointed where I can get in really well in all the little like crevices of the stencil. Oh, the colors coming through look nice so far. Some nice fall, like I see mostly a bright orange. There's a little bit of dark orange on the Boo. Okay, so I gotta be careful. These parts hanging down want to kind of move around a little bit, so you have to be a little more careful around them if you want to keep the shape that you want. And of course you want to be kind of pressing down Oh, now there's a nice teal. Oh, that's cool. So you want to keep pressing down on your stencil if you're using one of the stencils, because you don't want that to move around, because then you won't get the proper shape that you're looking for. But yeah, this scratches off really easily. The colors it's revealing look really cool. Oh wow, I love that teal. Oh, and there's this hot pink coming through. That's so cool. I like this. Ah, okay, so I'm gonna use the little brush. Well, that didn't. So take the stencil off. All right, we're gonna brush off. So you're gonna get some little dust stuff from that. So I'm just gonna clean this up a little bit. Get the little traces that I didn't quite get. Even out just a touch. Okay, now you can see. So the stencil worked really well. It gives you nice, clear, defined lines. And we're starting to see some of the colors that's under there. And it's really nice and shiny. I don't know how well that's picking up on camera, but it's got a really nice shiny look to it when you reveal the colors. It's so cute. I really like that. Okay, what should we put on next? Ooh, how about a witch? Well, I don't know. I think a ghost would be more appropriate because we did put Boo on there. Yeah, a ghost and some bats. There we go. Yeah, I like that. All right. So honestly, like, this is really, I don't remember if I ever really did anything like this when I was younger. Like, let me know down in the comments. Did you play with kits like this? Did you try these things out? This kind of makes me think of the trend in adult coloring books that have gotten really big recently. I loved to color when I was a kid. That was just like one of my favorite things. I had this, so when I would color, okay, so this one's a little bit bigger, so I'm gonna try the other end. Sorry, I just interrupted myself, but I thought it would be worthwhile for you to see, point out that I'm gonna try to use the bigger one because this is a much bigger space in here. Yeah, that works really well. So that you're not sitting there with the teeny tiny stylus and trying to scrape out like a great big area. Okay. I think I got it. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna brush this off camera so it's not quite getting on my desk. Okay, so we got a few little areas that I didn't get. And I think I'm gonna, so of course the pattern had to kind of, to actually connect the eyeballs. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and scratch off the part around the eyes so that they won't be connected anymore. It'll look more. Okay, we just about got in there. Did a little scrape. And you gotta be careful, you don't wanna overdo it because you can't erase, I guess would be the right way to say it. Once it's scraped off, it's gone. Yeah, but look at that. That is like, that is one colorful ghost, I gotta tell you. He's psychedelic. Woo! Okay, so I'm gonna put some of these bats on here. Yeah. Oh, we got a big bat. Let's put the big bat on, and then we put the little bats up there. Oh, yeah. I like that. It's a good idea. Thanks. But anyway, while I'm scritching this off, I really loved coloring. I had this weird thing that I would do when I was coloring, as I would take the color and basically trace it around, kind of like this. I would just trace it all around really dark, and then fill it in softer. So it was sort of like I had outlines around the edges of each part that I would color. I don't know why I did that, but just for some reason when I was younger, I really liked to do it like that. I don't know. I don't know why, honestly. Yeah, that was a thing I did, and that was how I colored, and that was how I colored everything, and it had to be that way. You know, when you're a kid and it's just like, well, that's just the way I do it. That's just the way things are. Like, you can't. Okay, so it is a little difficult to get in his little feet here. Might even be worth trying to find something that's a little more fine. I don't know how well the details would show up, but if you maybe had, oh, you know what? Haha. I have little pins here. Let's see if that works. I don't know if that'll work to scrape off the stuff. Hopefully it doesn't. I don't know. We'll see how that looks when I get done. So if you have any sewing pins laying around, might be useful for some of these little teensy tiny details. Because these are actually, I'm really like impressed how detailed these stencils are. They have a lot of little delicate tiny details that I think are really cool and add something to it. Okay, I think we've got everything for our super colorful bat. So I'm just gonna brush them off. And just get a few little things that I missed. You can tell that I'm a bit of a perfectionist sometimes, which is funny because I don't always try this hard, but those colors are just so cool and vibrant. I really want to show them off. Now you can see that, see, you might be able to see there's a few little scrapes, I think, from the other stencils. So I may have just held it down a little too hard and it scraped off a little bit, but I really, really like how it's turning out. It's the stuff underneath gets a little scratched from the stylus, but it's not bad. It just kind of looks stylistic. I don't think it looks bad. Okay, we're gonna add in a couple more Eatsy bats up here. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be hot pink. That's so fun. Oh, this is so cute. I love it. Yes, our hot pink bat. Oh yeah. That's what everybody wants, right? Hot pink bat. I mean, you would certainly see it coming. Even in the dark. Like, oh, there comes that bat. Oh yeah, we see him. Sorry. I amuse myself too much sometimes. I really do. You have no idea. I think I'm hilarious. Okay. A little more scritchies. Okay. All right. All right. Let's take and a little cleanup on this bat. Clean up on bat number 3. Okay, so you lose a little bit of detail on these really small ones, but it's really not bad. You can still very much tell what it's supposed to be. And it's just fun because you don't know where the colors are going to be. You don't know what your final design is going to look like. So it's just kind of fun to play around with it. And of course you can, you know, if you are better at sort of freehanding art, which I sometimes am, but I didn't really want to just like try to scribble something on video and you'd be like, oh, what is that? So the stencils work really well. Even the ones that have like little cutouts, you just have to be a little more careful with stuff like that so you don't bend the plastic. But it's a fairly sturdy plastic. It's not super flimsy. So even like these little parts that stick out, you know, right here with the ghost or with the pumpkin, like they feel like you could work around them without messing them up. So, But yeah, I really like this. It's got some lovely stuff for all the different holidays. You can do little spooky Halloween ones. You can do stuff for birthdays, for Christmas, for Easter. Although I don't, let's see, got snowflakes there and Christmas stuff. I don't really see any Easter stencils per se, but I suppose with the eggs and this and everything, you would probably just sort of freehand little lines and squiggles and stuff like that that you liked anyway. And that is also kind of the nice thing about it, is you can just sort of do your own thing. And this would be great for a kids party, because I mean, look at all the sheets. They give you a ton of sheets. Now there's only so many of the cutouts of different things, but you could take these sheets here and, I mean, I don't know if it says on the box how many there are. I don't see that. It may be in the description. If I can find that in the description, I'll pop a little graphic up here where it says. But I mean, for most kids' parties, that would be plenty. And for $13, I think this is a really useful entertainment for that sort of get together. And of course, even just giving to like one child, that would give them so many hours of entertainment. I mean, they can make little bookmarks, they can make all these ornaments, they can just take the sheets and come up with their own design and just make it whatever they want. You've got you got 4 different sheets of stencils, all sorts of different designs, so they can just sit there and they can make their own like little scenes on there and stuff. It would be super, super fun. So I think I'm gonna kind of play around with this a little bit more, experiment with some of the other sheets and see how they turn out. And I will put some pictures in here of some of the other ones that I do, because I'm sure you don't want to see me just like sitting here scratching on stuff for like the whole video, because it's like, well, okay, that's super entertaining and exciting, and let's just watch you scratch on paper all day. All right, so let's go back up to my face so that you can get so I can tell you my final review of this craft kit. Okay, before we get into the final part of the video, I just want to do a little aside. You can see I tried out one of the sheets. Super colorful, really easy to use. And also, they have ones that are like silver sparkly. I mean, look at that squirrel. Any fun? I know. Oh, so cute. So you can kind of tell by looking at the side of them. I don't think it's really going to show up on camera, which ones are the rainbow and which ones are like super sparkly. So that's fun. And I also tried out doing some of the bookmarks, added a little ribbon to them, did a little spooky themed one, and then a little more like fashionable one. Did the Christmas trees and put the ribbon through it to make it into a little ornament. This turned out really cute. Also, I think I went ahead and filmed my end segment, but I will say, yeah, it's messy. So I would advise putting the white paper, especially on my black desk, really helps to see what you're doing, but also you might want to put down a sheet or a towel or something, because it gets everywhere. I didn't know what I was talking about. I didn't see it on my floor. So yeah, it's kind of messy, but I think it's really cute. And now we will go to me talking about it, but just ignore the part about that it's clean. Okay, so this was the Rainbow Scratch Paper Kit from S'more-Kids. I mean, it's probably just some random company over in China. Yeah, I mean, it's made in China. It's a lot of fun. It would be really good for a group of people because it has a bunch of the styluses, tons of paper and ornaments, and you get the different stencil sheets. It's got lots of the little ribbon to make stuff out of it. So all in all, like, is it worth your money? I think so. It's also, I think, kind of a fun craft, even if you aren't a kid. It's sort of along the lines of the adult coloring books, because you can just kind of sit here and play around and just, you know, scratch away at something. And there's so much paper, like if you mess it up, who cares? You just get another one and start over. And I mean, it's just, it's just something kind of fun and relaxing to do, honestly. I'm kind of glad I got it because I just want to kind of play with it and play with all the little stencils and just kind of goof around with it. And the colors look really pretty, really vibrant. So I'm kind of curious. I'm going to, once I get done filming, I'm going to try out a few of the other ones. And of course I said I was going to insert some pictures there so you can get an idea of some of the other things and how they look when you finish them. I'm going to try out some of the sheets and see if, if they're all the same or if they're different. I probably should have tried that on camera, but I will put it in there so you will know. And maybe I'll put some commentary up about how I should have done that. But all in all, it's the fun kit. I think it's really accessible for anybody. If you just want something to, and this would be easy to take on a trip. You just need something like a lap desk, and kids could just sit there and scratch at it while you're on a road trip. And it doesn't, there's going to be a little bit of mess. There's a little bit of the stuff off of it, but it's not really that bad. I can't even really see any of it on the floor or anything. If you did all of it, maybe there would be a little bit, but let's face it, children are messy anyway, so they're probably getting a lot more stuff on the floor. Yeah, I'd recommend this for kids, for adults. If you just want a really relaxing activity, you can just kind of sit there and do and not have to really worry about it. It's a lot of fun. So I will put a link down in the description box to it on Amazon. There are a lot of other kits similar to this, so go out and try one. You might enjoy it, even if you don't have any artistic talent. Who cares? Just slap the stencil on there and go to town. Okay, so that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed my craft kit review and my reminiscing about childhood. And I hope that I will see you next week. I'm planning on doing a little more involved crafting video using some of the materials out of the Nerdy Crafters, not another crap kit. I'm gonna see how that goes and see how well I can do with some of those materials that I have not tried before. And I'm also probably going to be doing another small craft kit review in 2 weeks. So just definitely come back for that. And of course, my floss tubes on the 1st of the month. And I hope that I will see you next week.